Welcome back, fellow Clashers, to another video. Here is our clan tag for the Night's Watch. Come by, check us out sometime, see what we're up to. Still have a few bases here kicking around in Legends League. Wanted to show you a recap of what I've been up to in Legends League. You can see I still have some more defenses to absorb still for the day. But overall, the last 2 days have been pretty strong. You see plus 227 yesterday. I managed to dodge an attack there, which was nice, and sitting at 5438 on the trophy count, which at least as of the time I was making this video was sitting in 53rd in the US. So we're trying to make a little push here, see how high up we can get. For this base, what I've been running a lot of here is this Quake Lalo strategy, or Zap Quake Lalo strategy. So this particular one, the clan castle was set up in a nice spot, but really the other defenses weren't in a great spot. I was able to take out an Inferno Tower, but still left Scatters up and the Eagle. So maybe not the best attack. If I, in a war, I probably wouldn't have planned it this way, but you see we got a lot of value out of the heroes here and that blimp, using the blimp to take out the other scatter shot, and a little hero charge there, Sui hero charge to take out the other scatter shot. And was actually able to clear out all of the defensive buildings around the town hall. So that's really where a lot of the value came from in this attack. And then that allowed me to bring the Lalo hit in from the south, and using those hastes to keep the loons moving around pretty quick. Was able to make some pretty quick work. And then as we move up here into the town hall area of the base, hitting that warden ability, keeping all those loons alive. And down, in the bottom of the base now, getting those minions and the lava pups moving around, taking out the rest of their buildings. So, this one worked out really well, even though you couldn't get a ton of value up front. It was very helpful to get the funnel set up and to get those heroes moving in the right direction to be able to clear out the other defensive buildings that sometimes you might be trying to get with your Zap Quake. So we'll show you some other another hit here where that strategy, you can see quite a few, high 80s, high 90s. This one, not a very good base in terms of walls, but in terms of defensive buildings, it's still pretty strong. And for an air attack, the walls truthfully don't matter. So I'm mostly concerned about the strength of the defensive buildings. So this one, the placement there of the clan castle and the Eagle was such that I could get both of them and some expos, but still leaving those scatter shots up. So with good placement there of the Barb King, able to take out the Archer Queen. We have Royal Champion down here that's a non-max Royal Champion, so the Archer Queen can make pretty quick work. And sending in that blimp now with the Royal Champion behind, and that blimp is able to take out the single Inferno that was sitting over there, and then also able to damage, and with the help of the Royal Champion, taking out that scatter shot there on the west side. So now that allows me to set the Lalo coming in on the east, as we've cleared out most of the defenses there on the left hand side. The troop pathing here should work pretty well to get everybody to head towards that town hall. You can see hitting the warden ability here, as unfortunately they all got caught in that trap, the tornado trap. So it ended up taking a lot of damage on the loons, but most of them hadn't even been touched yet, and that was pretty helpful, as most of them survived. So still almost ran into a bit of a time issue here with just those couple defensive buildings way down on the south end. So my loons were all drawn way back down to the south again, but still plenty of buildings, or plenty of power left over to help clear everything else out. But it hasn't all been good. I think it's good to show, some of the places where maybe this attack strategy struggles a bit. This particular one, again, maybe not the greatest value to get right up front. You can see the Eagle is huddled around some of the expos and air defense. Clan Castle's kind of up there by itself, so not in a great spot. But I went after the Clan Castle here in this particular one, and took out the one of the blowers and an Archer Tower along with it. So not a ton of value out of all those spells. In hindsight, maybe it would have been better off to go after Eagle and expos and air defense down here on the bottom. But coming in, taking out the Royal Champion, setting the little funnel there. And again, it would have been great if the queen had actually gone in a little bit to go towards the eagle, but sending the royal champion in behind was still able to take out the eagle anyway. But nobody really made it to the scatter shots, which was you know, a bit of a problem. So that one was pretty heavily damaged there on the right hand side, but you know, not able to take it out. So what this created here was not a great funnel, and you know, I probably would have been better off coming maybe from the northwest to try to help get the troops coming across in the right direction and coming in behind the sweeper. But you know, again, just the way the heroes went in for me, it didn't really quite set my funnel, and that was one where actually the warden there kind of hurt as the loons were all moving towards the blower there and towards the town hall. The warden actually took out the blower, and then all the loons made a left turn and headed off to that archer tower. So, you know, again, I think with the scatter shots there, it wasn't going to be enough anyway to get to the town hall, and the warden ability was running out. But so this is one of those ones getting into the 80%, but you know, only getting the 1 star. So got to try to limit the number of times this one's happening as we're pushing up in trophies. But you know, it doesn't happen all that often. But you know, I think it's important to try to show some of the spots where maybe this one doesn't always work. So anyway, that's you know, what I wanted to show you today, using that Zapquake Lalo attack strategy and pushing up on trophies, at least in the US. So we made it up as high as the 50s. Probably drop back down a little bit with absorbing some of these other attacks, but you know, probably expecting somewhere in the 200s. And tomorrow we will pick it up with some more Zapquake Lalo, and might be messing around with some of the super witches. So we'll see how that goes for pushing tomorrow. Feel free to click on some of my other videos and subscribe, follow along, leave some comments, let me know what you think. RC from the Night's Watch. Talk to you again soon.